take chapter 7 of class 7 NCERT book of science. So if you like my video, kindly subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. As I always say that when you are doing science, you should be very vigilant, your mind should be very open, and you should always be inquisitive with questions like why such and such thing is happening. So let's start. The lesson 7 is weather, climate and adaptation of animals to the climate. So when we talk about weather and climate, first thing is we should be very clear with the terms weather and climate. So let's begin. What is weather? Weather is it carries information about temperature, humidity and rainfall during past 24 hours. And these things, the temperature, humidity and rainfall, are called elements which affect the weather. A weather today might be very hot and tomorrow it might be very rainy. So the weather conditions keep on changing after, you can say any time in the 24 hours of time. And it is day-to-day condition with respect to these elements. And these elements can keep on varying. The maximum temperature of a day, it's taken at the afternoon time, and the minimum is taken before the sunrise or at the time of sunrise. And these two comprises the maximum and the minimum temperature of the day. Now the next question comes, what is climate? Now climate is the average weather pattern taken over a long time. This long time is you can say about 24 years. So, or 24 to 25 of years, that is a long time when we take the average conditions and then we assign a climate of that place. So, you can say like we can have a winter climate, and in winter we can have a hot day or a hot weather, or we can have a rainy weather. So, I am sure you might be very clear with the terms weather and climate. Now we come to the next part of the lesson, and that is adaptation of animals to the climate. In the adaptation of animals to the climate, we will be seeing adaptations in the polar region. And for example, we will be taking the polar bear and penguin. Obviously, they are the resident of polar regions. And then we will be taking the tropical rainforest. As you are aware, in tropical rainforest, it is near the equator region, so it's very hot and very humid. And we'll be taking the example of red-eyed frog and lion-tailed macaque. So with this, let's start with the adaptation of animals. As I was explaining you, the adaptations due to climatic conditions. Now let's take the polar region and let's take the example of polar bear. As you all know, the polar bear is white and a huge animal, and we all have seen polar bear in pictures and all. This is a very common animal in polar region, and you all know the polar region is very cold. So the polar bears, let's see their adaptations. The polar bears are well adapted for survival in Arctic region. Their adaptations include wide appearance, as they have to camouflage, and they have to survive in snow. They have thick fat and fur for insulation against the cold. Polar bears are insulated with 2 layers of fur and thick layers of body fat. About fur we'll be seeing later. I'll be explaining about their fur also. And this provides the good insulation to their body to maintain the temperature. The polar bears are very good swimmers, and they are strong swimmers. And for diving, the polar bears make shallow diving for prey and navigation of ice and searching for help. Now their body regulation, their body temperature, which is normally 37 degrees centigrade, is maintained through a thick layer of fur, and they have very good insulation to keep them alive even in the when there is a drop of temperature of minus 37 degrees centigrade. Due to such good insulation, the polar bear are sometimes overheated even when they walk. So that's the reason they walk slowly and rest often, and that's the reason they go for swimming in this cold water also. And polar bears' coat, as I said, now let us know about their hair. As I said, they have two layers of hair. The outer hair is made up of guard cell hair and a thick undercoat which have shorter hair. These guard cells are mostly transparent in color, but thanks to special characteristics that work to create cool optical tricks, and these hair they appear white in color. The bear's stark white coat provides camouflage with the surrounding, we all know, but the inside fur is black in color, and this keeps the skin warm, and they are a bit more short hair than the longer ones. We can see here, we can see the black coating here. These are the short hair and these are the optical hair which appear white. So I'm sure this might be clear to you, the polar bear adaptations. And now let's see adaptations of penguin. Everybody is very tuned with these these creatures, and we all know that penguin is also one of the creature of cold region. These also, as the adaptations are there for polar bear, these also have thick skin and they have fur coats to keep themselves warm. They have feathers to keep themselves warm. Penguins' fat layer is what protects them against the cold while in sea. The fat layer is the best internal insulation, and it is devised by our mother nature. And this is the way the penguins keep themselves alive. They usually move in herd, or they are moved together, so that also keeps them warm. So with this, let's come to our next adaptations, and that is the adaptations of tropical rainforest. As you all know, in tropical rainforest, the weather here is humid and it's very hot. The temperature sometimes is 40 degrees centigrade also. Days and nights are almost equal in length throughout the year. And these regions get plenty of rainfall. An important feature of this region is tropical rainforest is that they are found in Western Ghats, Assam in India, and South Asia, and Central America and Central Africa. Now let's see the camouflage, or let's see one of the animal of rainforest, and let's take for example red-eyed frog. The red-eyed frog, let's see its adaptation. Red-eyed tree frog has few other adaptations which help or guarantee their survival. They are able to hide their blue and cream markings when they sleep, so that it camouflages with the leaves, and that gives a very good protection. This animal adaptation is due to them living in rainforest. It has sticky discs so that he can leap from one he can leap and climb among trees and leaves. They have soft skin so that they can absorb water. Some trees frogs can camouflage so it can hide them from predators, and this is the adaptation the red-eyed frog has. Then in this area there are elephants also, and you know how the elephant looks and how he survives in this conditions. So we've seen the adaptation is according to the climatic condition of that area, like in the polar regions, and we have seen it in the tropical rainforest. Look around you and see the adaptations of plants and animals near your region or in the climatic condition where you are staying. With this, thank you very much. If you have any problem, please pen it down. Thanks. Bye. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.